What's up, nail geeks, and welcome to a new polish pickup video. I am stoked. We are getting a bit more of a lineup this month, and I'm super excited for that. When I saw that Dreamscapes won for the voting, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think that type of theme would win, but here we are, and it did. And I have to say, after seeing the maker spoilers and seeing what I have to work with in front of me to show you guys, I am so excited, but our wallets are sobbing in fear after this week's videos that I've posted so far, and then now this. I mean, Dreamscapes is literally exactly what I thought it was going to be for Dreamscapes, which shimmers and these just ghostly, ethereal sort of things, and we've got it. There's so much here. So if you think you're screaming, I'm screaming. Y'all are screaming, everyone's screaming. Our wallets are just so scared. So before we get into the swatches, we have to do a couple of tradition, I guess, at this point. And we're gonna start off with my giveaway. So I know this one's gonna be a little bit tight because I had a couple of the polishes featured in this video arrive to me the week that I typically like my videos to come out for PPU, but it is what it is. We're here and that's it. So, I mean, just grab a snack. It's fine, but it's going to be a quick turnaround time. So the giveaway is going to go starting right now as soon as this video launches all the way up to Tuesday, August 1st. Oh my goodness. August 3rd is my birthday. So, ooh, birthday week coming up. I digress. Giveaway is going to go until August 1st at 4 p.m. Central Time. I will have a pinned comment on this video. I want to quickly address the last couple of videos I've had with my Monarch and Beaux Rev Lacquer duo, my custom duo, and then the last couple of polish pickup videos I've done. There are some bots that are coming around and they're contacting or rather replying to your comments that you've won and to text them. I will never ask for your phone number. Number two, I will never ask for money from you. I want to throw money at you in the form of gift codes, so I will never do that. I will never ask for any information whatsoever. The only time I've ever asked for information are from those of you who have won polishes from me. So the two custom duos and then my custom from a couple years ago. So that is the only time I'll ever ask, and that was an address so that I can send you your goodies. But in terms of giveaways like this, I don't want anything from you guys. I'm here to spread love, spread positivity, and I'm really upset that people are pooping on my parade. When you can report those comments for those who are fishing and trying to get information and send me whatever because I'm a prince, blah, 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 blah. No, okay, go away. So look for my pinned comment at 4 p.m. Central Time, August 1st. I'm going to get off my angry soapbox for that. The next portion before we get into the swatches, let's make this as long as we can, right? I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep this as straight to the point as possible. We're going to do these shaming. I didn't do shaming or winners shaming last month for Rewind. I was in a hurry, prepping for PBE, all that stuff, so I didn't get to do that. I don't think anybody responded to my gift codes from last month. I'm a little sad on that, and I'm throwing all the shade. Anyways, we're going to shame every single person on my Rewind video winners, and we're going to go through the list really quick because I know you guys want to get to the swatches. So really fast, these are the winners. If you see your name on this screen from last month, please email me. RN Can't Sleep, Frequent Breaks, Catherine Wilson 9620, Lauren Schickler 9876, Leap Froggy 1973, Jennifer Farrell Colorado, Jessica Reed Schmidt 966, Nicole Pease 8313, Rune Factory Freak 101, and Micah 7895. If you're on this list, please email me so I can get you your codes. I can't believe 10 of you didn't email me last week. Like, so much shame and just so much shade. Come on, guys. We got to get this together. Keep an eye out for my pinned comment on Tuesday, August 1st. This intro is the longest I've ever done, so we're gonna dive right into it. Let's check out the swatches. First up is Baroness X Sakura Dreams. This is a sister to Eleusinian Mysteries Mighty Heart Mimos and My Pony Plays the Mamba from earlier this year on PPU, and it's also a sibling to Magic Lantern on their website. This is described as a clear base with magenta, rose, peach, gold shimmer, loaded with silver reflective glitter. It is suggested to be used as a topper, but it can build up on its own at 2 to 3 coats. So you guys know the drill. I'm going to do both. So if you choose to wear it by itself, I'm going to suggest 2, maybe 3 very thin coats, as it plumps up really nice. It does have quite a bit of texture from the reflective glitters, so I'm going to suggest using a glitter smoothing top coat in addition to a glossy top coat. I figured I'd show it to you guys on the nail built up, while also showing the difference in application. So doing the icing method on my middle nail here, you can see how much shimmer payoff I had. And then I went in normally with a normal coat on my index nail. So just to give you an idea of different application methods are gonna make it look very much different. And next we've got Beaux Rev. This is Poisoned Forest, her very first PPU polish, so let's give her a warm welcome. This is a deep plum with iridescent shifting shimmer, aqua teal magenta, and hollow glitter. This is lovely. It has a very rich, heavy formula, and I mean that in a good way, in that it builds easily. Because it's got that heavier feel towards the brush strokes, I'm going to suggest going in light on your coats and allowing it to slowly build up. So 2 normal if you're go against the grain there, or 3 very thin coats. This does have a bit of thirstiness, not from texture, but just because it's so packed full of shimmer. So I'm going to suggest a plumping, good glossy top coat. This is so freaking pretty. Even if you're not a purple lover like myself, you can definitely appreciate this, especially with how strong and gorgeous that shimmer comes across that vampy background. And next we've got Bee's Knees. This is Beneath the Erd Tree, described as a sister polish to Belladonna Berries, released a couple months ago. This is a dark turquoise with gold to green to blue multi-chrome shimmer. This is 13 with no cap. So we've got a somewhat jelly feel on application. You can see that on that first coat there, but it builds up very lovely at 3 coats. I'm going to suggest 3 coats just to really even out everything. At this point in the month, I did have a bit of texture on my dip layer, so I of course needed that extra coverage. But this does have that chrome metallic-like feel, so if you have like strong ridges or any unevenness to your nail, I'd suggest going in with a ridge filler of some type, because it is going to show a bit of imperfection on your nails. This is so shifty, so pretty. I expect nothing less of BKL. And next we've got Dreamland Lacquer. This is Moondew, described as an oxblood base with green to blue to violet shifting shimmer. This one's 13, will have a cap of 500 bottles. So I know what you're saying, oxblood, where the hell is that coming from after seeing that bottle? But you can see it here on that first coat. The shimmer is just taking over everything, and that is really good. For opacity, I'm going to suggest 3 coats. And that's saying something, given that it's very rich, very pigmented, and quite heavy on the formula. Again, not in a bad way, but you want it to slowly build up. You don't want to have any dragging because there is so much beautiful multi-chrome shimmer here. Let it go slow. Finish with a good plumping glossy top coat because it dries quite flat and you'll be perfect. This is so shifty in person. And next we've got DRK. This is Glory. This is a sky blue to cobalt to lavender shimmer with silver reflective glitter and hollow micro flakes. This one has a cap of 300. So we have a very glowy polish here. This is just as glowing in person as what you see on the video. I'm going to suggest 3 coats. It is quite light, so I think regardless of your free edge, you will see a touch of your smile line if you've got one. So I will suggest a blurring base coat if that bothers you. This is such a ghostly, glowy sort of finish, and it's just really popping. I really liked this one. Now it does have quite a bit of texture and thirstiness from the reflective glitters, so again, I would suggest a glitter smoothing top coat in addition to your glossy top coat. And next we've got Ethereal Lacquer. This is Latte Cloud, described as a light latte light brown base with cool tones and sheer formula featuring a bright blue to violet shifting shimmer. So somebody asked me on a previous video this week for me to compare Latte Cloud, another polish, and then possibly Coffee Cloud. So I will have a short of that up this weekend. It's been very, very busy swatching wise. Not complaining there. I'm always happy for work, but I will have a short. So keep an eye out for that to compare some neutral shimmer bases that I think are similar. So this has a very curly formula. It does have a strong plumping factor, so I'm going to suggest going light and not to overwork it. I think this base is very much pulling nude on myself, and what's giving me that beautiful popping on my skin tone is the shimmer. It's lovely, and I think it's absolutely going to play up depending on your undertones. And next we've got Femme Fatale. This is Starlust, described as a super soft pale pink jelly base packed with a mesmerizing teal blue purple shifting shimmer, silver reflective glitter, and pale teal blue matte glitters. This one's going to be capped at 400. So we have a very lovely polish. I liked this one so much. This also pulled very neutral on me in more of a mauve pinky sort of tone, and I think it's going to play up against your undertones too. And I'm okay with that. This is so pretty, so delicate and light. I think 3 coats is perfect for opacity and finish with a glitter smoother and a glitter topper, as this does have quite a bit of thirstiness from reflective glitters and from matte glitters. So flattering. And next we've got Kathleen & Co. This is In Another World, described as a pale grape base loaded with hollow flakes and fuchsia shimmer. This one's 13 with no cap. I'm telling you guys, this whole month, so many flattering colors. I don't think a single one didn't pop well on me, and I think they're all going to pop on everyone. Just, this is such a dangerous month. So In Another World has a jelly base to it. It does have a bit of a squish factor, so again, I'm going to caution overworking your polish. Just let it do its thing. 3 light to normal coats is perfect. It's got such a luminescent sort of appearance with the shimmer and those hollow flakes. Really, truly lovely. I had no issues in terms of texture or any super thirstiness, so I think any glossy top coat's gonna be perfect. And next we've got another inauguration polish. This is Monarch Lacquer, Enchanted Wings, another warm welcome to her. This is a smoky purpley taupe base with golden green shimmer and reflective sparkle. So this is very much what I would consider on the more delicate side in terms of formula and finish. It applies very much like a true jelly, and I'm going to suggest 3 light coats. As you can see between that second and third coat, I think you might be able to get away with 2 coats if you're rocking shorties, but if you have any sort of free edge, I would recommend a 3rd coat. It does have just a touch of thirstiness to it from the reflective glitter. Not as gritty as what I'm used to, which was interesting to me, but I would still suggest a good glitter smoothing top coat and a thin coat of your glossy top coat. This is very shimmery and shifty in person. And up next is MTK Design. This is Dream Within, described as a dark grape jelly with purple to blue shifting shimmers, sparkles, and intense iridescent micro flakes. So we have a true jelly formula. Depending on how you wear it at 2 or 3 coats, it's going to depend on how deep and dark this one comes off. It has a very heavy formula to it. So I'm going to suggest going in light to normal on your coats. Don't go in too heavy, otherwise you're going to risk overworking it and get some bald spots. Just trust that you can drag it across like some icing on a cake. If you choose to, thinner might work well with this one too, but that's, in my opinion, if you don't prefer to work with heavier formulas. I personally don't mind it. This is very vampy. It's quite glowy in person, and the little shifting shimmers, they're almost like glass fleck type shimmers to me, and they popped really well in person. Now it does dry down quite flat, so I would suggest using a good glossy top coat. And next we've got Night Owl Lacquer. This is Beguiling, described as a midnight blue with glowy violet, fuchsia, orange, gold to green shifting shimmer, hollow flakes, and black to red multichrome micro flakes. So this is hollow goodness, and it does absolutely have a midnight blue base, but again, we have so much special effects going on with this one. I think once you build it up, your eyes are mostly going to catch on the flakes and the ton of hollow goodness in here. I'm going to suggest going up to 2 to 3 light to normal coats depending on the length of your nails. Shorties might be able to get away with 2 on this, and if you have any type of free edge, I think 3 coats is going to do you the best. It does dry down flat and a touch thirsty, so I would suggest a plumping glossy top coat, and this pops so well. There's seriously so much holographic goodness. In my kitchen lights, we had those recessed lights, and it popped so well. I could see so many rainbows. And Pahlish brings us Salvador Dali. This is a periwinkle with copper to gold to green shifting pigment. So another very flattering, beautiful shimmer. The makers just knocked it out this month with the shimmer finishes and those special effect finishes. And this is this dreamy sort of look. It does have a curly formula, which I expect from Pahlish. It's got that nice plumping factor and self-leveling to it. I'm going to suggest not overworking your polish on your brush strokes just to make sure you don't get any bald spots, as again, this is also very packed full of that shimmer. This is such a flattering, cool-toned, purpley sort of lavender base and very, very soft. Now, because it is lighter in how the base is versus the shimmer payoff, maybe a ridge filler if you have any imperfections to your nails. As you can see on me, it definitely showed off some of my imperfections. And next we've got Psyche Minerals. This is In Dreams There Is Truth, described as a sheer but buildable powdery blue base with pink to green shimmer with some orange aurora shimmer with coordinating matching flakes. This one's capped at 100 bottles. Now, please note, I can't stress it enough. The bottle you saw is the blogger bottle. We got minis due to some shipping mishap. So that is not going to be the bottle you guys get. It's going to be a full-size bottle and the normal looking ones that we have all seen from Psyche in the past. Anyways, so In Dreams There Is Truth is very ethereal. It's got a very strong plumping factor and it does have a heavier feel to the formula. So I think 2 coats is perfect. I wouldn't push it with that 3rd coat, otherwise you're going to be having some serious over buildup there. And it does dry down quite flat, so again I would suggest a good glossy top coat. And next we've got Rogue. This is Knowledge Reclaimed, described as a deep marine base with glass-like glowing flakes in blue, turquoise, red, and orange. So this is very much what I would consider a true jelly formula, though as you build it up, it does take on more of a crelly looking appearance. I'm going to suggest 3 coats on this one too, and you'll see just a beautiful mosaic of a pond effect and very lovely. So if you choose to wear this at 2 coats, especially if you're rocking shorties, I think you can definitely stop there. If you have any type of free edge, I would suggest 2 light to normal coats and then go in with your 3rd coat with that icing method sort of application, and I think you'll get the best payoff. And next we've got Sassy Sauce. This is that's what C said. I'm keeping this and not editing that out because I knew I was going to stumble on that. This is described as a burnt orange creamy base with strong blue to violet glowy shimmer that bounces off the background. This one's capped at 300 bottles. Let me just start off by saying this is the weirdest, strangest, unique polish I've seen in a hot minute, and I really like that. I don't think I have anything like this in my collection, and I don't think I've seen something like this really ever. It's such a unique color. It looks different in the bottle than what you have on your nails. Really interesting. And I mean all of this in the best way possible. I'm always here for super unique, and I thought even though this is warm based, it popped really well on me. I think 3 creamy coats is perfect, finished with a good glossy top coat, and it's just perfect. Overall, I was very impressed. Really, really unique. And next we've got Vapid. This is Martian Paradise, described as a berry red with gold copper green shift. This one's going to be capped at 320 bottles. So we have a wonderful shifty shimmery goodness here. The shimmer pigment is on the larger particle size, so to me it really flirty with being a foil-like finish. This is definitely one you want to see in person, and I think goes along with her releases from this last weekend. If you haven't checked out my video for that, she is killing it on the shimmer game lately. This is wonderful, really flattering, especially given that it's a cool toned red, which is really the only true way I like to wear red. The shimmer is very, very popping in person, really in your face, and I would suggest a good glossy top coat to finish this one off. You can hear my gremlins in the background, and they're also apparently really excited for PPU too. And here we have Wildflower Lacquer. This is Foxfire, described as a bright teal base with turquoise undertones and green to blue to purple shifting micro flakes. So I think those of you following along with me so far for some time, you know how I feel about this. It's beautiful, it's lovely, it's literally like an ocean on your nails. It's jelly, and that allows you to get that strong pond effect, and depending on your lighting situation, it's going to change up how this looks drastically. Indoor shaded lighting, you're going to see just a touch darker, like what you're going to see on my swatch photo here in a moment. And in normal to outdoor lights, you'll see what you see on my full hand shot here. It's gorgeous, very much what I would consider a foil finish, and just overall very lovely. I think 3 coats, light ones, is perfect with a good glossy top coat. And up next is the Will It Topper segment. I choose black swatch sticks because if a polish is going to pop over the darkest color, then it absolutely may just layer up really well over additional undies. So going in alphabetical order once again, Baroness X. I know we visited this one over black earlier on in the video, but I figured I wanted to give it continuity in the portion of this segment. Beaux Reves, this is really nice. I knew it was going to layer up really well, and of course I'm not surprised with this one. I feel like the video is subduing the purple shift here. Please note in person it was stronger. And then Bee's Knees, I knew this was going to really pop. Usually with multi-chromes, even if they're opaque on their own, putting it over an undie of some type will exploit it even further. Dreamland, I knew this was going to pop ridiculously well. This is just so stuffed full of shifty goodness. I think this has a ton of versatility if you wanted to play around with different undies for it. DRK is just as glowy as what you're seeing on the video here versus what's sitting right here in front of me on my desk. It's stunning and it was really loud in your face. It's so glowy. Ethereal, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought a lot of that base color was going to get sucked up, but that wasn't really the case. And I think there's a lot of versatility. Just go and make sure you go in really light if you're going to play around with this one to layer it, because it's so packed full of shimmer, you don't want to get any streaking. And then Femme Fatale, I thought this was going to be more jelly, but I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that this looks beautiful over black too, given the Will It Topper segment on my recent Femme Fatale video. Kathleen and Co. just goes to show how much hollow rainbow goodness of flakes are in here, and the little shimmer particles too. Lots and lots of versatility. I think this one's going to look best over purples and blacks. Monarch, this thing is just stuffed full of sparkles from the reflective glitters and the shimmer, so we're not surprised. I think this one has a ton of versatility and it's going to look pretty good over damn near any color given how much shimmer is in it. MTK, I knew this was going to look really good because it's got that strong jelly formula to it. I think one coat over a darker or maybe even super vampy purple is going to be perfect. Night Owl Lacquer, I felt like I dehorned a unicorn. I just feel like holographics really shouldn't be layered, but this is so chock full of shimmer that I will make a pass for this one. Pahlish applies very similar to the Ethereal. Just be careful for streaks if you're going to mess around with it. But there's not much else I can say other than what you're seeing on the video here. It's beautiful. And then Psyche Minerals, we knew this was going to look good too because we also have another jelly formula here. It does have that heavier formula, so just be mindful once again of your brush strokes. Now, I was speechless after I saw what happened with the Rogue. Not only did the blue kind of disappear, this just does not look as good as what I'm seeing in person. Like, I know this looks really badass on the video, but trust me when I say it looks even better in person. Sassy Sauce, I was pleasantly surprised. We've got a little bit of a dusky mac and cheese going on in the background, but the blue shimmer really popped through. No surprise there because she does pack her polishes full of shimmer. I think this is going to be really good for Halloween. Vapid, again, no surprise, I'm just repeating myself. All of these makers just did so freaking good. If you saw my Vapid birthday video, you saw how well that collection popped over black, and this is no exception. Wildflower, I loved how this one looked. I think you have a ton of versatility here too. Not just with blues and aquas, but dark colors as well. I think this would look really interesting over a deep gray base. And then finally we have the family shot. Everyone's all nice and dried down, and you can see just how different everyone looks. All right, so to wrap up this video, this massive, huge video, I'm going to talk about Vapid Lacquer. She's got Nail Elixir. Don't look at my nails. They're horrible right now. PBE, and then I picked off my artificial nails. It's awful. So anxiety, hello. Anyways, so Vapid Lacquer. This month we have the Nail Elixir in the scent Martian Paradise. Now the scent notes to this one are really interesting. When I first opened it up, I immediately smelled cucumber, and I'm going to obnoxiously sniff it again just so it's fresh on my mind when I talk about it. But the scent notes to this is a fruity and clean scent that hovers somewhere in the atmosphere. Cucumber and mint orbit around red hibiscus and juicy guava's planetary vibe, an absolutely unique and delicious scent. This one is going to be capped at 150 bottles. So as I said on, I think it was May when she last did Elixir, these are really big bottles. And those of you who did order, P.S. she did sell out really quick. Congrats to her. Back in May, these are big bottles, as you can see. And my other one, I'm pretty low on it. I have it in my living room. It's my nighttime. After I get out of the shower, I go sit on the couch. Anyways, I oil up. We are all over the place. So I'm getting quite a bit of cucumber. So it's got that fresh, clean, spa-like scent. This is so obnoxious. Spa-like scent of cucumber, but I'm definitely getting a fruity bit, and that's definitely the guava on the undertone. So it's like there's a top layer of cucumber to my nose, and then right underneath it, I'm getting that guava. It's a very fruity, pleasant scent. Not citrusy, just straight up fruit vibes. And then there's almost like this light, not floral, but it's like it is. It's just clean, like a light fruit, but sweet kind of clean, if that makes sense. So anyways, these are going to be up as well, and you can get that in your PPU thing. And yes, so this stuff is awesome. Highly recommend. All that to say, wish listing is going to open up this Sunday whenever they are currently ready to show us the site, and we can get in there. You make an account, you can mix and match, see how much, you know, your total bill is going to cost, all that stuff. And then the site opens up for official shopping on pre-order starting August 4th at 11 a.m. Eastern time, and will run until August 7th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. I will break down all of this information in the description box below, including timestamps if you want to go back. So let me know in the comment section for my giveaway. Say hi, let's talk about what you're going to get. Whatever. Just leave me a comment. All the positivity, all the good vibes, and all that good stuff. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.